So what is it like when it snows in Seattle? If you are thinking of moving or relocating to Seattle, you might be wondering what our weather is about. We get a lot of publicity because of our rain, which is true, but occasionally it snows and it is so exciting. Today we're going to talk about our snowy winter weather.
So here's the deal on snow with Seattle. Typically we have maybe 1 or 2 snows per year. Each one is maybe 4 inches or less, and typically the city is shut down for 2 to 3 days while we wait for that all to melt off. There are a lot of hills here in the city, which makes scraping the roads hard, and it makes driving in icy conditions hard. It doesn't tend to be that cold, but what will happen is that during the day things will warm up. It'll get to be over 32 degrees and all the snow will start to melt and kind of liquefy, and then overnight it will freeze up again, making things icy. So this weekend, it's February, we've had 1 snow this year. It snowed a little bit on the solstice, the winter solstice, December 21st, and we had a little power outage. So I remember going to the grocery store and getting all sorts of Christmas stuff, and then getting some takeout sushi with my kids so we could have something to eat that night that didn't involve cooking or much meal prep. So that was a lot of fun. It was a good memory, but the lights were on and the snow was melted the next day. Today they are anticipating up to 4 or more inches. Some reports have said 10 inches, which is really unheard of, but anything is possible. Right now it's 36 degrees and we're having little tiny sprinkly snowflakes that aren't amounting to much. It's kind of a very light feeling that it's snowing without anything piling up. So we'll see what happens, but it's always fun to have those couple of days per year where we get to build snowmen and make snow forts and throw snowballs and go for a snow walk and stay home inside and make soup and hot chocolate, and then after a couple days we're back to normal.
This is Emily Cressey, and obviously I am not showing houses today because it is snowing here in Seattle. This is one of my favorite times of year. We don't always get a snow, but frequently we'll get like 1, maybe 2 big snows, and it lasts for a couple of days and then it melts off. But today we've had a winter storm advisory in effect. It's mid-February, and we got about 6 to 8 inches, which is a lot for us. And it will only be here again, like I would say a day or 2. It's supposed to rain in 2 days. So everybody gets out and enjoys it while we can. I just went for a walk around the neighborhood and everyone's dogs were out rolling in the snow. People had their snowshoes on, their cross-country skis, just going down the road, enjoying things. It's a little bit too dry for packing into snowmen and snowballs right now, but maybe tomorrow it will be. Let's see. We tried digging out the driveway, which we were able to dig it, but then when we had to try to go up the hill, even with snow tires, it didn't work. I did see not a lot. There's 2 classes of people, right? There are the people that hunker down with their hot chocolate and their crock pot and they're good to go and they just have everything they need and they're ready. And then there are the people who have the Jeeps and the 4-wheel drives and the snow tires that say, I'm gonna go out there just because it's fun and I wanna see what it's like. And then there are the people who get out and get stuck. I guess that's a third middle class, but for the most part, people around here are fairly chicken, I would say, when it comes to driving in the snow. And one of the reasons is if you're local to this area, you probably haven't had a lot of opportunities to practice driving in the snow. And another problem is that there are a lot of hills. So for example, my father is from the Midwest and he grew up in Milwaukee, and so he loves driving in the snow and he's pretty good at it. But a lot of driving in the snow comes to keeping your momentum, right? And anytime you have to change direction or change speed, like at a stoplight or on a hill, it can create some problems. So it's a little bit trickier to drive here than in some areas where it's flat. Also, because it snows rarely, we don't have as much snow clearing equipment as some areas, so it can be can take longer for the roads to get cleared. Typically they start with the most used roads and work down to the side streets, and so a lot of us who live on side streets with hills just can't get anywhere. Even if you do clear your own driveway, you might not be able to clear the road that you need to in order to, say, access the grocery store or work. So for the most part, school is canceled. you have a get out of jail free card for skipping work. If you're a hospital worker or something like that where you know you're going to need to go in, a lot of people take precautions by either staying at the hospital if they know there's going to be snow, or parking like outside of their hill, off their hill at a flat place, and then walking to their car so that it's a little bit more accessible to get the car where it needs to go the morning after the snow. Very friendly time, I would say. People are just getting outside, having fun. Hopefully you love the snow like I do. We don't get it so much like back east where it snows all the time and everyone has a snow plow and we're just fatigued and tired by it. It's more of a novelty thing. It's more like Disneyland has come to you. Of course, if you are a big skier or someone who wants to be in the snow on a regular basis, Seattle is a fantastic place to go because we have Snoqualmie Pass, we have Stevens Pass, and we have a lot of snow parks that are for cross-country skiing and sledding and those types of things. So even if you are not getting enough snow here at your house, you can always drive up to the mountains. Now, when we have had a big dump of snow, sometimes the passes do close. So there's the possibility that you might not be able to get right up there on the day of. We have friends who have a camper and they said that they were going to be going up into the snow, into the pass, and be in position so even if the passes were to close, they would still be there and be able to have fun. Uh-oh, do I have a snowball coming my way? So, like I said, snow can be very fun, very exciting, and a really wonderful time of community gathering. A lot of kids will walk down to their local park with their sleds or toboggans or inner tubes. I see parents dragging children like a sled dog down the road with their little kids on board. So it's a lot of fun, and wherever you are, I hope that you are getting out into the snow this winter. And if you have any questions about moving to Seattle, I will highlight some of the other fun things that you can do here even on the days that it doesn't snow. So this has been Emily Cressey with HomeSmart Real Estate. Website is homeproassociates.com. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I love helping people learn more about this area. Thanks so much for watching, and get out and enjoy the snow.